Welcome again to Timber Talks. This is a market update. We're today at Carlisle Sawmill and we're going to get a bit of a market update. Harry, we're in March now. What have been the changes since last year in the timber market? Are we seeing any improvements? Are we seeing any issues or problems? Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, so it's a very interesting time really, and in some respects much what we've been seeing for quite a while. So as we see the problems in the world economy related to Ukraine and things like that, we've really seen a decline from the height of the market at the end of COVID. And with the benefit of hindsight, I think we can say that through 2022 we saw quite a weak market really compared with how things have been before. And on reflection through the period of COVID, people couldn't go anywhere, had disposable income and time, and they did an awful lot of fencing and construction and a bit DIY in gardens. And the result of that was that COVID then came to an end. People had done many of those projects and thought they'd go off on holiday. So we can look back over last year and feel that the market was considerably weaker than it had been in 2021. At the same time, as we've already touched on, we had the Ukrainian situation, started to see the world economy slow down. And so the UK market, which is dominated by import, particularly in the construction sector, has been completely flooded with imported product, and it really depressed the market for construction. So construction typically is our largest market segment. But we've had to cope over the last year with really quite poor sales and therefore poorer value. So what's the outlook? What do we think is going to happen now? I think it's hard to say it's going to be much more of the same. Having said that, talking to colleagues on the sales side of the business, they feel that we've reached the bottom in terms of reduced demand and reduced prices, and that they think we'll see some movement upwards. I don't feel it's going to be dramatically, but perhaps more importantly, I just don't get a sense of demand being that strong this year. So I think it's a steady year. We have to remember that from a grower's perspective, although they're not getting the dizzy heights of standing prices they have been over the last 2 years or so, if we look over the medium term, standing prices are still very, very strong. And clear fells in South Scotland or across the whole country will continue to return very good value. Perhaps worth saying that we as a business have recently acquired the largest manufacturer of pallets in the country, and that's meant that we've been able to keep going when the market's really been its absolute doldrums. And this sawmill where we're sitting today, and all the sawmills have busy producing much more of the components of pallets woods than they would have done in the past. Typically it's been somewhere around 20% of our market. More recently it's been much more significant, and it has really kept the wheels turning for us, which is very positive.
Wow, brilliant.